Alright, so I'm gonna fill this thing up and do some testing with it today. Like I said, previous video, it says that it's shipped without oil. There we go, no oil. So we'll take a look. And I thought it said something in the instruction manual about, or owner's manual, that it's something about filling it to the top of the threads or something. So we'll take a look here and see what we got. So here is where we fill. That's also where you drain it if you need to change it. You can see there's like a little, maybe you can't see that. There's like a little funnel part there for when you dump it, and you don't get it all over the inside of the case there. So maybe I should move this a little bit closer so you can see what we're doing here. There we go. I'll do it like that. So I'll open this up. So there's some sort of dipstick that comes with it, but there's no markings on it. And like I said, I thought it said something about threads. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look in the book and see. I think it says the total amount of oil that the thing holds is 13 ounces. So I have a quart here. Quart is what, like 32. So we're gonna dump some in. The oil that I got, it's just plain old Valvoline 10W30. It says you can run anywhere between 5W30 with this, 10W30 or 30 weight depending on the temperature. Recommended is 1030 because that's kind of like an all-around for this. And then I don't know, like the interval when you're supposed to change it, that I'm not 100% sure on either. So I'll pour some in here at this funnel. Boy, this is going to be a trick. It's not going to work. If I back it out a little bit, there you go, I'll get a little bit more angle going on it. Oh, we'll pour in a little bit more yet. I'm going to get the book too and see where it says where the oil is supposed to be. So that should be, if I'm reading this right, about 4 ounces that I just put in. Oh, good. Got that little funnel thing here dripping already. Let's do it big. This. I should get a flashlight too so I can see what I'm doing. So yeah, I don't know. I can see it at the very bottom there. So let me pause here and I'll get the owner's manual. Alright, so according to the book here, it is, we fill it to the top of the upper limit of the oil filler neck. I don't know if I can get this to, and they give you a little diagram here. So we go right up to the top of the bottom of those, the bottom of the threads or whatever, so it's not running out. And then they show over here the oil fill cap. Why it has a dipstick on it when that really doesn't, I don't know, I guess that's to give you an idea how much is in there, I guess. Alright, so I'm gonna fiddle-faddle around here with getting it up to the right correct level. Okay, so I think I got it here. Looks like it could be maybe a little over full, so I kind of pulled it over a little bit just to see. Maybe it's alright. So it's to the bottom there of the lower threads, so it should be okay. Don't want to overfill it because you could end up with all sorts of issues doing that. So next thing I'm going to do here is fill this thing up with some gas. The gas that I use is going to be no ethanol, 91 octane, and it'll have a fuel stabilizer already in it, ready to go. So, and then we'll see how many pulls it takes to get this thing to start. So there was some oil in the actual engine. Obviously they're not going to ship it completely dry. There's always some residual oil in there. I got oil all over everything here. So according to my quart, I got 20 ounces left. So we'll see. It says about 12. That's pretty close to what it said. Alright, so we got it all filled up. We got it topped off the way it looks. It actually fills up pretty quick there. All of a sudden it's over full. So our oil should be good. We got plenty of fuel in it. I don't know how much it holds. I probably said in a different video or something, but it's not much, I can tell you that. And then with starting it again, like I said, I read through the directions, but I really don't recall. I know that for the bottom here, you're going to want this on, and I believe this turns the engine on and off, and it also turns the fuel. It feels like it's turning a fuel lever on and off. But then on the very top here of the fuel cap, I don't know if this is like a vent or what this is, but there's also on and off up here. So I'm going to assume this way here is going to be off, and if we go like this, it should be on. Maybe it's so that it, I don't know. I'm not even going to guess, but it's got a good coat of gas on it now. So I'll get it set up here. We'll give it a few pulls and see how long it takes to start. Okay, so it started in 8 pulls. Well, actually 9, but I turned the choke off because I heard it kind of sputter the first time, and then it didn't start, so I went with the choke back on and it fired right up. So 8 pulls, and that was the first time it's had gas and oil put in it. And this is with the Eco, what is it, the Eco throttle? Yeah, so if you come over here, I think I didn't have that on, or maybe you're supposed to have that off. I don't know, I think if you turn it off it revs up, I believe. Yeah. So I'm not sure how you're supposed to start that, if you're supposed to have that on or off. The thing is definitely quiet though, it just buzzes right along. Alright, oops, I'm zoomed way in here. Yeah. So, come around to this side here. See where the exhaust is. So I'm going to let this run for a little bit, get it warm, and then we're going to put a load on it. Alright, so we're going to use this toaster oven here that I use to cure paint in. Anyway, so this toaster oven in the back of it says it's 1500 watts. So we're just going to crank it up here and we'll listen to the Honda here. Definitely a little louder, but it seems to be working just fine. So I have toaster oven set to the highest setting here. Oops, the highest setting for temperature. Yeah, I don't know if this would matter at all if we turn it down, maybe. No, at that point I guess it's not on, but there it is, winding back up again. So, I mean, that should work pretty well for what I'm going to use it for out at the land to warm up that tractor and run that little heater. It should be perfect. And it's the right size, that's the best part. So, alright, I'm gonna see, let's turn this off. Alright, let me pause here. Alright, so that's about it on this. Next Next time I use this, will probably be out at the land, and we'll see how that setup works. It's just amazing how quiet this thing runs. Like, I've seen videos of them, but it's just remarkable how quiet this thing can run in comparison to that 8,000 watt. That thing is just noisy. This thing, you can talk over it, and if you face that exhaust the right direction, face it away, and then you get yourself a 50-foot, 100-foot extension cord and get that thing far enough wherever you are. It's pretty quiet. Alright, that's it for now.